Good morning, Vietnam.
And he loaded me on the helicopter when I got wounded. So, my good friend.
All right, there's no fashion. I know who made this. Sandy made it.
I sure do thank Wendell and Jan for putting a lot into these reunions, and they've worked hard. Also, Cliff and Sherry Barger, they kind of got me on this thing pretty early, and they did a lot of work for me. I'd send them names, and they would hunt the person up. And out of all the calls that we made all over the United States, it was just one or two that kind of went south. And I called one person, and they had a bitter divorce. And she proceeded to tell me how sorry of a husband she had. And I just laughed it off and hung the phone up. And, so I won't say I appreciate all you fellows. I don't think it's meant for us to grieve. I don't think it's meant for us to think about things that happened in the field. There's a lot of things that we didn't have control of. And don't any of you fellas back yourself in a corner and think that you've done anything to anybody else wrong, because it was war. We handled it like it was war, and couldn't be a better bunch of guys brought together. So thank you very much. You know, on March 1st, we had a tragedy that happened to Delta Front End. And 3rd Platoon lost 5 of their troops, and 2 survived. 174th Aviation lost 2 gunners and 2 pilots. So we were lucky to come out and have those 2 guys, Hodge and Bickers, to survive this. we all kind of, it was 4 or 5 that got, lost their life in that chopper, and they were very close. We'd been there about 3 months, and Good, Gross, Lovegren, and Gaines, and Clark were the 5 that died that day. And you know, Dave Lovegren was smart, he was brave, and he was very, very friendly. But during that period of time, for a couple of months there, we was strung out running platoon patrols and that kind of thing, and we didn't have a lot of time just to get together and talk to one another, you know, and get to know one another. But those 5, they knew each other. They'd been there together since we got over there in November. And so I don't know how, if I did, I would bring his body home in about 4 days and present it to his family. But we hadn't been able to find it. I've been in correspondence with several people that was in the search, and we just hadn't accomplished anything. But I want to let Miss Lovegren know if we hadn't forgot it, and we're going to continue to look as long as we can get somebody to look. And I just hope and pray that something will come along and give her some closure to this thing. And you know, it's pretty bad. We all here together that made it. And I pray for those that lost their life. First Sergeant Erskine Wade, he would talk to us like we were his children. And he would kind of blame himself a lot of times because we lost some people. But he was a good first sergeant. He was a great leader. He was a great motivator. And he really took it to heart when he lost somebody. So I just like for everybody to keep their prayers going for David and his brother, Miss Lovegren, and I know his dad's done passed on, but I still see everybody that we left over just like they were here today. It's so real, and it's so sad that that had to happen to quite a few guys, you know. But I'm going to keep on praying for him, and I hope the day will come, you know, when we can all get some closure there. We lost some good men over there. And if they was getting the worst ones, I'd been one of the first ones, I guess, that got hit over there. You know, it's just that kind of thing. We, sometimes some guys got caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. We took good care of everybody as we could. You know, the man in front, he had to watch, and the man behind, he had to watch him. And we missed a lot of booby traps and things by doing that. I know Bill Howard there, he got really messed up. And my prayers have been with Bill all these years. And I'd like to thank Linda for taking care of him so well. You know, she could have traded him off a few years ago. But they've been in love for several years.
We've been married for 46 years. We were married as soon as she graduated high school.
Good. Me and James been married 47. And I'd been married a year when I got drafted. And I think more of her now than I did then, because I thought I could get me just about anybody I wanted there. Thank you very much.